Hey y'all, it's Teller, the storyteller. Open our hearts and minds with the tales I tell you. Channeling through spirits so your soul remembers. So if you missed a line, I'll bring you back to center. Stop. Um, so I was allowing spirit to navigate me. And we're in a new season. Um, you know that already. But there's something about this new season that is very heavy and very overwhelming, and you are scared. I was walking past because I find myself now. Granted, I have ADHD. I'm also a Gemini. My mind races a mile a minute, right? And so a lot of time I find myself in constant processing, constant prayer, constant like intercessory with God and my ancestors, which is beautiful, right? It's amazing. Also, my mind runs a lot, right? Sometimes my mind runs so much that when I'm around other people, it's almost like sometimes it overwhelms me when I'm already like stressed out or anxious or overwhelmed, and then I go around other people. It's almost like overstimulating would be a better word. That's my mom. And so, oh my God. I the fact she does that all the time as if like that's my ancestors trying to speak through her is crazy. But my body is constantly um in this pacing, almost like no, not pacing. In a how would I say it? Like I'm seeing like a rat wheel, right, or a hamster wheel, right, where it's like it's constantly going, and I'm learning that that's not really a normal thing, right? The joys of ADHD, that my mind is constantly processing, constantly doing things, and in some ways, because I'm healing, that's a beautiful thing because I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm being able to decipher through certain situations, but also I'm not resting. 2 to 2 on my clock. I'm not sitting with myself and just boredom, right? Like I always feel like I have to do something. Even on my days off, I'm constantly doing something. So therefore, when I actually do have to do something, I don't want to do it. Why? Because I've been doing something the whole time. Even when I'm not doing something, I'm doing something, right? And so I find myself in these spaces of like burnout and exhaustion, and I'm trying to figure out like, well, what is it that I was doing? I wasn't even doing anything, right? Or I wasn't doing the thing that was the thing that I needed to do. So now I'm upset at the world, right? I'm upset at myself. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated, and the burnout increases, right? And it's like this constant cycle because whoever you are, there's a new season that you're currently in, and spirit is asking you to let go of certain things that were helpful, but in the last season, right? It doesn't mean that it was a bad thing. It's just it was last season, right? It was the last level, and that thing helped you to get through that last level. But now you're in a new level, and you have to accept the new thing, right? For example, going back to like this overstimulating. At one point in my life, I used to be really stagnant, so I had to force myself to do things, right? And then I find myself, um, like I said, now I'm constantly doing things. But now in this new season, spirit is asking me to slow down, right? And my nervous system is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Like we just we just finally got into this space, and it's like, yes, you got into the space, but now in this new season, I need you to narrow it down, right? I need you to um create a different level of focus. I just needed I needed you to be in the movement, but now I need you to narrow it in. Right now I need us to like point it in the direction it's supposed to go into, right? This is a horrible example and I want to start with that. It's like if a person is learning how to shoot, you might need to learn how to shoot, then learn how to aim, or however it goes, I don't know. But um Like if somebody was training, I would just need you to have the momentum, and then we could create the direction. All right, I'm preaching better than you're responding. And so you're upset because it's like, damn, I finally learned how to do the thing, and now you're telling me to do another thing. And it's like, we're not telling you to do another thing. We're telling you to now structure it, create discipline around it, create stability around it, right? We needed you to learn how to do the things, so now we can learn how to do the things in a smart and concise way, not just doing the thing. Oh, you know what? Oh shit. So I'm new to the ABA world, and ABA, if you know anything about autism, ABA is a I should know this. It's a applied analysis for to support children with autism, but specifically, there's this thing called shaping. And so, what shaping is like you teach the child how to do each step, and you break it down, right? So, let's say a child just learns how to scribble, right? And then at some point, they learn how to kind of like straighten out the scribble, right? And then the next time, it's like they're starting to make the letters, but the letters don't really look that well just yet. Then all of a sudden, they start to make clear letters. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, pick it up again. So you are learning how to straighten things out. We needed you to learn how to write, to be able to do letters and numbers and sentences, right? If you never learned how to just hold the pencil, you wasn't even going to learn how to even scribble. You wasn't even going to learn how to even get it wrong, to be able to write a letter, to be able to write a sentence that now you can do it without even thinking about it. The same thing applies to your business. If you are learning how to, you know, do content creation, for example, you're going to feel uncomfortable the first couple times you do a video, but after a while, you'll just learn how to talk, and all of a sudden, you learn how to talk about difficult things, and then you learn how to process overwhelming things, or you learn how to process, and share your voice now on stages in front of people, right? All of a sudden, this one thing that was really hard to do helps you to develop a skill that now you can do anywhere. Okay? If you're an entrepreneur, you had to learn how to even create a business. You had to do the LLC before you was able to put your product in a store, right? You had to learn how to get your packaging and everything right before you can even say, "Oh, I want to have 1,000 products." The fuck? How you gonna have 1,000 products if you don't know how to do the thing that starts it, right? So spirit. And as I was thinking about this, my brother's book, which is called "Rehabilitate My Soul," by Benny Randall the fourth. Um, Spirit, it's on Amazon. Spirit is asking you to rehabilitate yourself. Um, Learn how to manage this season. Learn how to hold the season. Learn how to navigate through this season. You do not have to push and pull through the season. And if you find yourself in very pressure based situations, it's because you are you're pressing yourself too hard to be perfect, and then it shows up in people and situations, and you're like, damn, why are they asking me to do these things, or why are they putting so much pressure on me? And it's because you put so much pressure on you. Soften, and the people around you will soften, or they will be removed. It is what it was, and it was what it is. And so um I was gonna do a reading in this one, but I'm gonna do it in the next one. But for whoever this is for whoever this is for, in whatever way is purposeful. No, I could do a reading this one. All right, just be longer, but that's okay. Um, let me cut that part out. Whew. Wow, that was heavy. And even for myself, I've had to sit down. This week has been about sitting down and just resting. And as I rest is when I really can clear my mind, right? Um, we have Arethic chords in reverse. There's something that you are not refusing to let go and surrender to. I think that in this new season, you just have to surrender to things are changing. You are shaping. You are literally, oh my goodness, you are literally in the midst of an awakening. Okay? Because you're picking up what I'm putting down. This is a rebirth. Huh? Mi Mbaya Mihanda. I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. And then we have pleasure. This is a rebirth of pleasure. In this season, you are going to learn about what you like and what you don't like. You're not used to having pleasure. That's why I fell on the floor like that. That's when I fell. You're not used to having pleasure. You're not used to things going your way. You're not used to not having to worry. Ooh, you're not used to being you're not used to not being anxious. That's a weird feeling for you, right? This is personal growth. Excuse me. This is literally personal growth. Your throat chakra is like clearing. Um, it's almost like your body is clearing itself out. Um, I hate saying stuff like this. I apologize, but it's like when you think that you're sick and then you realize you have trapped gas, right? Like I don't know, like there's this piece of like you're just really releasing, and I know that that can be like gross to talk about, but like real life, we are in physical bodies. We're spiritual beings, but we're in physical bodies, and this physical body needs to release in certain ways. Please don't keep that shit, literally that shit trapped in your body. You have to release it. It's like a offloading or you know like even for our no, what am I thinking of? Everything has to be discharged, right? Everything, um, like we eat all the time. We have a trash. The trash needs to be taken out. You know how many times out the week that you need to take it out. If you don't take it out, it will start to stink up the house, and it will cause all types of issues. That literally is what happens in our body when we hold all these things in there. And spirit is saying, I need you to release this. This was great in the other season. It was great when we ate it, but now that it's in the trash, you can't keep holding on to that. Just recreate it, right? Recreate that meal, recreate that situation, recreate um, that same essence of love, but maybe in a new relationship. Stop bringing these things that worked in the last season into the new season. It may not work this time. And maybe it was only supposed to get you through that season. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be the end all be all. I'm not gonna take all of these. Um, your throat chakra is scattered, um, stifled because it's so scattered. I was listening to this podcast. I have to find the name of the man, but he has said, "Scattered thoughts bring scattered outcomes. Scattered thoughts bring scattered outcomes." Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm sorry, yeah. This is too many. Um, you have you have a lot of thoughts. You have a lot on your brain. Self care, literally, we are in a space. It's hard for you to get your words out. That's how overwhelmed you feel. Like it's just constantly. It's hard for you to get your words out. Moderation. Stop trying to do everything at once. As long as you are doing something that is moving towards your goal, right? Now, of course, there are certain things that are priority, but as long as you're moving, you will make it there. The problem is that you don't be doing shit, right? Or you're on your phone, or you're doom scrolling, or you arguing and fighting with some shit that you're supposed to let go of. You're in unhealthy situations. You're allowing people to make you mad or irritated. You're allowing people in situations to overstimulate you, and then you become overly stagnant, and then you don't do anything. And spirit is like, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and then you finally do something, and now you're like trying to do everything just because you started that thing that you're supposed to do. No, we're not. Spirit is like, I don't need you to do it all. I just need you to do something. And while you're doing that something, they're going to give you downloads of what you need to do next or what the next step is, right? But finish the step, okay? You can't be walking up the stairs going from the first step to the fifth step. That I don't, you know what I'm saying, visually wise, the legs, that's uncomfortable. Stop trying to do step one and step five at the same time. Do step one and then move to step two, then move to step three, then move to step four. Stop trying to, it's okay to see the full picture, but you don't need to know every single detail while you're trying to do the specific detail. Do that one. Like, when I used to clean houses, we used to always talk about how um don't try to, you can't do every area all at once, right? You can't start the kitchen and then try to clean the bathroom and go to the basement, then vacuum. Like you're literally spreading yourself too thin, okay? And you're gonna break. And so if you're cleaning the bathroom, you have to clean the full bathroom before you go to the next thing. Why? Because I would let people know that that area is done, okay? And just for visual purposes, I think it's nice for you to understand. Please stop trying to do every room in the house all at once, okay? If you're doing a project, do the first thing of the project and do the next thing of the project and do the next thing of the project and do the next. And sometimes they intertwine. But if you do this part and this part, you do part 6, part 8, part 12, you're not going to know if part 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5 are even done. Okay? Okay. I don't mean to yell. Okay, don't make me get rowdy. It is not a pretty sight. So, Princess of Swords, you are in your mind 24/7. You need to be out in nature. Do it immediately. Eight of Swords. I'm just seeing like your intuition is stifled because you won't put these thoughts. Oh shit, you won't put these thoughts down. Okay. It was hard to hold those like that. Three of Pentacles. Right. Spirit is trying to help you if you allow it. Though, you've been not allowing yourself. This is such a heavy message. Your intuition. It came out again. I wasn't really trying to take these. But your High Priestess, which is your intuition, and the Ten of Swords. This new season is requiring you to slow down and go step by step, room by room, detail by detail. Now, that doesn't mean that has to take you a long ass time, though. The only reason you feel that way, because I don't know who I just heard say, well, it'd be taking a long time. The only reason you feel that way is because step 1 and step 2 was 6 weeks apart. Who the fuck told you to do step 1 and step 2 6 weeks apart? Do step 1 today. Hell, if you have enough time, you may be able to do step 2 and step 3 all in the same day. But if not, let's say step 1 take 2 days, then step 2 takes 4 days. And step 3, I don't lost count. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's say this shit don't even take that long, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3 can take 3 days if you focus. Huh? Like if you can hide, you can hear, baby. Huh? Knight of Cups in reverse. It's a lack of self-care and self-love. You more attentive to your friends than you are to yourself. Four of Cups. And the only reason that's the case is because I'm hearing manipulation for you, but it's like a way of shit. It's like a way of deception. The way that you lie to yourself is crazy. You be like, oh, I can't do that right now because my phone don't got enough storage. Whole time it got more than enough storage. You just downloaded a whole new game. You just downloaded a whole new app. Delete that, right? Oh, I don't have enough time because I gotta go drop my kid off at 5 p.m. It is 11:38 a.m. You have enough time. It don't even take you that long. And honestly, you can just like you was about to doom scroll for 20 minutes, you could use the 20 minutes for something else that you actually wanted to do. And you might have had some time to do some scrolling afterward, but you probably didn't want to after that because you'd have been so charged up and it would have felt like you checked something off your list. Root chakra energy. There's something about feeling stable. You love that feeling of feeling stable. You love that feeling of feeling organized and things being clean and cleared. Um, but you're allowing your energy to be so stifled. And I'm also hearing this won't apply to all of y'all, but like it's the fear of seeming like you got it all together. I feel like people accuse you of having it all together, and then you be trying to make it seem like, no, I don't. See, look, and it's like not the Page of Swords, clarifying the Page of Swords. Not that you're trying to make it seem like you don't have it all together, but like there's times where like you can be more organized and you can be more structured, you can be more stable than you currently are, whether that's just holistically, and you kind of like jeopardize it or self-sabotage it because who would you be if you were to have your life together, right? Because then you feel like you won't be able to relate. Not my instance picking up. You feel like you won't be able to relate with certain people, or people won't be able to relate with you when you finally step into that structure, right? Um, and only take that if it resonates. It's almost like scarcity mindset. Like, who would I be if I became financially abundant? Would I still be close with the people I'm close with? What would happen if I actually stepped into this new season and elevated? And maybe I wouldn't be around. Would I still be around certain people? Would I still have the certain type of relationships I have? It's this fear of this Two of Swords. It's the fear of being abundant. The spirit is like, you have to. Spirit literally say you have to walk away from this. Eight of Cups, 222 on my clock. It's really 22 minutes and 2 seconds, but Jesus. And you know, zero is about Godspeed, right? Not your speed. Ace of Wands. You think that this burnout is coming from somebody else. Spirit is telling you to slow down. Spirit seeing you from to burn yourself out. That I'm seeing like one negative thought creating like a frenzy of thoughts and the frenzy of overwhelm. So like one flame is creating a burnout, right? And so spirit is like putting certain things out, putting such situations out, relationships out, because I can't. This season is too important. This is the season for some of y'all. This is the season that is going to be the most transformative. This is the season where like you literally make it. Look, no LOL or nothing. You literally make it. You're going. 9 of Cups. If there's another season of your life that was very transformative. For me, it was 2020 and 2023 specifically. That were very transformative years. Like I can look back at those times and say, oh, I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't even know who I was becoming. I didn't even know that that was big shifts for me, and it helped me to get where I am right now. Right? Like I wouldn't even be able to do a reading if I didn't learn how to post videos in general. Right? Like it wouldn't even have been a thought. And I wouldn't even be a reader if I didn't even go into that damn crystal store. Okay, I used to be terrified of spirituality. And because I went into that store, because I learned a little bit, it was the shift that brought me here. Right. So you have specific years like that too, right? So whenever yours was, think about that is now happening. Like right now. This is a transformative season. But the difference is, you know, okay, I'm confirming it, but you already knew. You know this is the transformative year. And a lot of times you'd be like, damn, if only that version knew what they were doing, you probably would have operated differently. But you know, in this season, you actually know. All right, so are you gonna act like you know or nah? Cause you know. Baby, if I'm lying, I'm lying. Okay. You know. You know. And you're not doing it alone. But you see this world card. It's in reverse. Why? Because you acting like you don't know. You acting like you don't know this is your season. Out of pure fear. Baby, this I ain't gonna say some of y'all don't have tangible reasons, but some of this is just fabricated. Like you are literally creating scenarios in your head where this cannot work. And spirit's like, okay. But have you thought about maybe if it did work? Hmm? Like, look, I got the Fool card and then the Hierophant. You know, it's kind of like when Riley was like, you know, the best thing was to do was to get up because, like, I'm quoting it wrong, but this ain't a movie. But then I start thinking, what if this was a movie? Like, what if this was a movie? Like, what if you could really get exactly what you want? Then what though? Like, yeah, like I don't know if the situation could go like that, but what if it could though? Then what would I do? Like, what if I really could get my exact dream life? Like, what if I could get my exact relationship? What if I could get my body exactly what the way I wanted it to? Like, then what? What if I could get my career the exact way I wanted it to? What if my money really did just come into alignment? Then what? Like, how would I act then? Would I act the way I am acting right now, or would I act differently? If I had millions in a bank account right now, would I be acting differently? Hmm? Something to think about. So, alignment, some of that looks like exercise, diet changes, discipline in your career, which those things will help you to create discipline and stability, changing your diet and exercise specifically, processing your emotions, um, rehabilitating your soul, right? Whatever that looks like. Really just taking control of your life in certain areas, right? I'm here to create some type of structure, but do something. And that is what's going to help you to awaken in this new season. Healing. Healing. All right. Oh, child. I had to get that one off, child. For real, for real. Mm. Creating new habits. I'm strong enough to turn bad practices into good. So good, so good. That's look, your throat chakra. If you release this motherfucker, you can say the good habits. You can turn these bad practices into good habits. I'm the creator of my own life. Okay, cause period. Rediscovering myself. You are literally in rediscovery. You are literally rediscovering yourself. Your spirit. It's like this is the first time you are learning how to ooh, look at yourself through spiritual eyes. You're learning how to look at yourself through spiritual eyes, and you are seeing how abundant you are, like your spirit in your body. Like your body is helping you to finally realize who you are in the spirit realm. See yourself in the spirit realm so you can stop playing games. Okay, because there's something very important that you need to do on this side of life in this season, right in this body. And spirit is needing you to rediscover yourself, rehabilitate your soul. Okay, rediscover yourself. I love y'all real bad. Please take care of yourself. Yeah, see you soon.